Why would someone grow a channel from 0 to millions of subscribers only to abandon it today? We'll dive into the creepy, tragic, and shocking reasons why amazing YouTube channels were abandoned, starting from the least to the most disturbing reason. I'm Mr. Nightmare. And you are Awesome Snake. Bit McGee to most people snake bit. McGee was just a channel about hiking, but in reality, it was much more than that. The man behind the channel was Kenny Vatch, an experienced hiker. Kenny filmed himself hiking through the Nevada and California deserts and uploaded the videos to YouTube. He is big. Look at the horns on that guy. That's why I love coming out there. You never know what you're going to see, but hiking through these deserts was more dangerous than viewers realized. The heat is extreme with temperatures hitting 134 degrees Fahrenheit. There's also little water. So dehydration can occur in a matter of hours to make matter worse. Kenny was hiking through the desert alone. He didn't carry a map or compass, and his food and water supplies were minimal. We walked through the home to rattlesnakes, mountain lions, and coyotes. But instead of staying clear of them, Kenny was known to play with rattlesnakes for fun. It was only a matter of time before one of his hiking trips went horribly wrong. Kenny's problems began with a simple comment on a YouTube video in June 2014. A YouTube channel called Serious Disclosure posted a video, TI, titled Son of an Area 51 Technician. The video was by a guy who claimed his dad was an engineer at Area 51, which was a top-secret military base in Nevada. Conspiracy theorists believe that the U.S. government conducts top-secret experiments involving UFO aliens and other extraterrestrial technology. So after this guy posted the Area 51 video, people started watching and commenting. One of the comments was from Kenny V. Kenny wrote, "I am a long-distance hiker. One time during one of my hikes, I found a hidden cave. The entrance to the cave was shaped like a perfect capital M. I always enter every cave I find. But as I began to enter this particular cave, my whole body began to vibrate. The closer I got to the cave entrance, the worse the vibrating became. Suddenly I became very scared and hightailed out of there. That was one of the strangest things that have ever happened to me." Everyone was buzzing about Kenny's comment, a strange M-shaped cave near Area 51. Could it be proved of aliens on Earth? There was just one problem. Kenny didn't have any evidence, and many people called him out for it to prove he was telling the truth. Kenny had to return to the cave and film it. His subscribers urged him to retrace his steps and find the cave again so that he could investigate further. It seemed like a simple task for Kenny, but it would become a huge disaster in late 2014. Kenny went on a hike to find the M cave, but he seemed really nervous. Besides his video camera, Kenny also took a firearm for protection section, so I hope I can find it again. If I do, I'm going in there. I'm gonna put on my light and take my out and walk in there, see if I find anything. Unfortunately, his mission would end in a failure in a video entitled M Cave. Hike Kenny revealed that after days of searching through the hot desert, he couldn't find the cave. Well, I did not find the cave. That is so weird. I thought for sure I was just going to be able to find it. Disappointed. YouTube users flooded the comment section, criticizing Veach for not proving his original claim. They pressured him to go on another hike and find the cave. By any means, Kenny's credibility was at stake, so in November 2014, Kenny went on another hike to find the MC. He told his family and friends that he would be back the next day. Days later, Kenny never returned. Kenny's girlfriend reported him missing, and search teams went looking for him. On November 22nd, search and rescue volunteers found K's phone near an abandoned M shaft. His car was also found about a 4-hour hike away from where the phone was found, but no other traces of Kenny were discovered. It was like he vanished. Into thin air, conspiracy theorists went wild. Many people believed Kenny found the cave, but then the government locked them up to keep their secrets safe. The rumors intensified when Kenny's comments on that area 51 video were mysteriously deleted, with one person saying Kenny's comments are removed. Why I was digging up more information about M Cave and what happened to Kenny. I truly now think the government has something to do with Kenny's disappearance. Kenny still hasn't been found, and his YouTube channel has been inactive since Kenny Bache was trying to solve a mystery. And now he is another mystery. The first channel we'll be looking at is named 2011 A Quick Glance. That the channel doesn't reveal anything out of the ordinary. All we can see is that a channel is owned by a man who records some of his life activities, such as him playing the guitar, some dancing clips, and other home-style videos. You wouldn't really expect too much from this channel, and it was assumed that he just made these videos just for fun. However, it's not necessarily the content. That's the problem. It's actually the creator who has a disturbing backstory. The man behind the channel is named Ciro Ramos Noria Filho, a 55-year-old Brazilian actor, dancer, film, and theater producer. However, he wouldn't be known for any of these roles in his life, but instead he was a child and pedophile. On July 25, 2017, Ciro Ramos was arrested in his apartment in Sao Paulo for obtaining and sharing child explicit content. His house would be raided by the federal police after they launched Operation Glass, which was a program that looked for information from a Russian website about criminals who either produced or shared child content. The website operated as a social networking site for erotic content for teenagers and children. Upon investigation, Ciro Ramos was caught producing a high amount of activity on the site. One of these examples included writing tutorials on how to get away with children using fake emails and names. It was later determined that Ciro had possession of 987 videos and 29.6 photos of child explicit content. On his devices, he even shared one of his videos on his website that contained footage of a 3-year-old boy. The boy featured in a music video created by Croas, the name of the video being titled My Little Princess in Training a New Life of a toddler boy. The video involved Ciro the boy and forcing him to wear women's clothing. This seemed to be some fetish or liking for Ciro, since even looking at his profile picture, he can be seen wearing women's clothing. Authorities were thankfully able to obtain all this. And now he is another mystery. Now this next channel is less bizarre, but much more upsetting. The Niv Null's husband and the Niv Null's wife, Austin and Brittany Null, weren't just YouTube vloggers. They were Christian vloggers. Their identity as Christian was a major part of their brand. They started their channel, The Niv Nulls, in 2010. Before long, the channel grew to over 350,000 subscribers with over 60 million views. Over the past year and a half, my hot wife Brittany and I have enjoyed making super sexy videos for you guys. We've been able to bring awareness to many important issues. Austin and Brittany never missed a chance to share their Christian beliefs. They also posted videos showing their daily lives as parents, which involve activities like taking care of their children and eating together. What are you guys doing, man? Why look so crazy? Hey, listen. I have something that you will love. They seem like the perfect Christian couple. However, Austin had a secret. He washed it in from his wife, and he knew it would destroy the relationship. Christmas Day was a special time for the Null family. However, Christmas Day 2015 was the worst day of Austin's life because that was a day inappropriate videos of himself were leaked on the internet. First of all, when it got released, it was like Christmas Day, and then my family was staying with me, and then people on the blogs that hated on us found out, and they started DMing my videos to my mom and sister, to all of our sponsors. The leak went viral with many mainstream media outlets covering the scandal. The videos showed Austin doing inappropriate acts, now that practically everyone saw it. Austin had no choice but to come clean. A few days later, Austin and Brittany made a video addressing the scandal. Austin explained that a year ago, a girl sent him inappropriate photos on social media. But instead of blocking the girl, Austin said that he had a secret online affair for 5 months. He called it an online affair because he never met the girl in person. The affair involved exchanging photos and videos to make matters worse. The affair began when Brittany found out she was pregnant with their third child in the apology video Austin. And Britt said that they were going to use this opportunity to spread the of Christ, no matter what you've done. Jesus will forgive you. They also signed up for couples counseling to fix their relationship, but things didn't get better. In fact, they went downhill even faster in July of 2017 after 7 years of running their channel. Austin and Brittany Null made a video that broke their subscribers' hearts. They announced they were getting a divorce. Some fans were shocked, asking what could possibly break up this perfect couple. It turns out that history repeated itself. Austin cheated again. Austin's unfaithfulness ruined their relationship and tarnished their reputation as Christian role models. Austin said he kept having affairs because he was no longer happy in the relationship, and that's why in July 2017, the Nulls decided to split. Their Christian family channel was ruined, and Austin abandoned the YouTube channel. But after the divorce, Brittany renamed the channel Brit Space and continued to vlog about her life and her children. The YouTube channels we've covered so far were abandoned because of a tragedy or scandal. Well-being. This channel was dedicated towards a man named Alex Steen, who recorded and uploaded his bodybuilding progress. This included videos such as his workouts, daily thoughts and plans, motivational thoughts, and some eating videos. Nothing out of the ordinary, especially for a bodybuilding account on YouTube. But as we look further more into his mindset and what he was feeling during this time of his life, we learned that Alex Steen was struggling. This is my plan, the store and everything and bodybuilding, but you always gotta have plan B. But my plan B does not look pretty. Alex's supporters at the time even noticed this, as a couple of them commented, expressing their concerns about him. Alex would brush these concerns away and insisted that he was doing all right. He continuing with making more bodybuilding videos, but would abruptly stop uploading videos on July 21st, 2017. This was strange at the time considering how motivated Alex just a couple videos earlier. Little did everyone know though, Alex wasn't posting anymore for a sinister reason. A day after his last YouTube upload, Alex posted videos on his Facebook account and other social media accounts regarding his desire to end his own life. At the time, he just got out of relationship with his former girlfriend. The scamps Alex still had feelings for her, and in hopes that she would come back to him, he believed that his announcement would somehow convince her to be his girlfriend again. Once she ignored his request, he began to stalk her. Just 3 days after his announcement, May found herself having to hide from Alexander in her mother's house after she believed he managed to break into it as an act of fear. She ran out of the house and decided to hide in one of the bushes. All while this was happening, she was recording everything and even managed to call her grandparents to come rescue her. Alex was deeply angry and began to shout at her in the recording. He could be heard stating, "I'm doing it. I did it yesterday and I'll do it again today at the time." No one knew what he was referring to, and it was just believed that he was just saying random nonsense. Unfortunately, he was referring to a prior killing he committed just a day earlier. The person he murdered was a man named Jan, an amateur photographer who supposedly did a photo shoot for Millie. Alex took this the wrong way and would wait outside his house for hours before Euron arrived. Shortly after, Alex would murder him. Alex was quickly found responsible for his crimes, and he later admitted that he went inside her room and checked her devices to make sure that she wasn't talking to another man. Keep in mind, they were already broken up at this point, and it just seemed that he was overly obsessed with her maze. Grandparents had just arrived at her house but were quickly captured by Alexis. He then held all 3 of them hostage in his living room, as at this point Alex showed them a picture of Euron's dead body and stated that they would be next if they didn't cooperate. As a final act, Alex explained to May's grandparents that he would be the perfect man for her and that he could do no harm while this was all happening. May's mother was repeatedly calling her and was worried about her since she hadn't responded. She then called the police and told them where she was staying so that they could do a wellness check on her. When they arrived, Alex panicked and immediately stopped all 3 of them to death before the police could enter the house. He fled the scene and managed to escape for a short time until authorities were able to find him at a supermarket just under 24 hours later for his actions. Alexander Dean was sentenced to life in. However, the next chapter was abandoned because of stupidity. Trevor, Jacob. Not many YouTubers can say they are Olympic athletes, but Trevor Jacob is one of the few that can. Trevor represented the United States in snowboarding at the 2014 Winter Olympics. She was also skilled at skateboarding, surfing, BMX, riding motocross, and mixed martial art. This guy did it all. So when Jacob started YouTube, no one was surprised when he decided to create daredevil content. He created high-energy videos showing him skydiving, snowboarding, and performing other adrenaline-pumping stunts. Jacob's fearlessness made him really popular, and his channel quickly crossed 100,000 subscribers. However, just as his channel was gaining momentum, Trevor posted a controversial video that threatened his YouTube career and put his life in danger. In November 2021, Trevor filmed himself preparing to fly a one-seater single-engine aircraft. The video show him taking off from Lomo City Airport in California, heading to Mammoth Mountain. Jacob was a licensed pilot, and he recorded himself making dozens of flights. But this flight in particular wasn't like the others. 35 minutes after takeoff, Jacob turned to the camera and said his plane was experiencing engine failure. He looked a bit anxious, and it was understandable since his life was at risk after looking around a bit. Jacob said he couldn't find a place to land the plane. His only option was to jump out of the plane. So that's what he did, already wearing a parachute. He jumped out with a selfie stick camera in hand and filmed his descent. The unmanned plane flew through the sky and crashed into the Los Patos National Forest. The plane's plunge was recorded by cameras mounted on the plane's wing and tail. When he landed, Jacob heaved a sigh of relief and said, "I'm just so happy to be alive." Weeks later, on December 23, 2021, Jacob uploaded a 12-minute video of the crash to YouTube, titled "I Crashed My Airplane" in the video. Jacob emphasized that he did not intentionally crash the plane, but realized there was nowhere for him to land while he was mid-flight and parachuted out in need of an emergency escape. The video instantly went viral, racking up more than 4 million views. Jacob's subscribers were relieved he survived the strange crash without major injuries. But little did his subscribers know that they were fooled. The crash wasn't an accident. Jacob did it on purpose. It seemed like the plan was to go viral, and it worked. The video was getting thousands of views every day. You mean there have been crazy things people have done for views, but crashing a plane is on another level. Here's the plot twist. Jacob didn't realize that intentionally crashing a plane was a crime to keep himself out of jail. He went to great lengths to cover up his lie. The problem with a video going viral is that a lot of people get to watch it. Some viewers noticed inconsistencies in Jacob's story and grew skeptical of the crash. Within a week, authorities were called in to investigate the crash for foul play. But now, this morning, the FAA and NTSB saying they are investigating if Jacob, who was also a former Olympic snowboarder, intentionally crashed that plane. The first problem with Jacob's video was that he was already wearing a parachute when the plane took off. It was like he knew the plane would crash. Also, Jacob's video did not show the aircraft controls nor engine instruments to support his claim that the engine failed. But the final piece of evidence was the strongest. When Trevor said the engine failed, he didn't perform basic aviation emergency procedures, like trying to restart the engine, contacting air traffic control, or initiating a forced landing. He just jumped out as the authorities continued their investigations. Jacob acted like he wasn't worried about the allegations, saying people can believe whatever they choose. However, as the pressure mounted, Jacob decided to commit a second crime to cover up his first. Jacob was told he was responsible for preserving the wreckage, so the agency could examine it. Instead, he went back to the wreckage site and moved parts of the plane to a hangar where he destroyed them. What he did was obstruct a federal investigation, which is a crime. After destroying the evidence, Jacob lied to investigators, saying that he couldn't remember exactly where the crash took place. However, the YouTube video was the biggest evidence against them in April 2022. The authorities concluded that Jacob crashed his plane for views in May 2023. Jacob pleaded guilty to the charges against them. He was sentenced to 6 months in federal prison, and his pilot's license was temporarily revoked. I did pretend that the engine died and kinda made the saga of the video you were acting a bit, yeah. After Trevor Jacob was sentenced, he abandoned his YouTube channel, putting his career on hold. He got out of jail on June 12, 2024, and he seems to have posted one video 9 months ago as I'm recording this video, but seems to have fully abandoned it. Sometimes one innocent mistake can bring down a super successful YouTube channel, and that's exactly what happened. In the next story, Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles was Jenna Marbles. One of YouTube's first superstars, her channel grew to 20 million subscribers and 1.8 billion video views. She was the first YouTuber to have a wax figure of herself, Madame Tussauds in New York. Her YouTube videos were discussed on ABC News and in the New York Times. And then Jenna threw it all away by quitting YouTube. Her videos weren't demonetized, and she didn't have health issues, she just quit. But the big question is why? Understand the answer. We need to explain how Jenna, a former go dancer at nightclubs, gained 20 million subscribers. In the first place, when Jenna joined YouTube in 2010, she pulled off something amazing. Her very first video went viral. Her video, How to Trick People into Thinking Good Looking, got 5.3 million views in the first week. I don't even have a video with that many views. Period. Hello there, friends, and welcome to my tutorial on how to trick people into thinking you're really good looking. Her follow-up videos were also successful. How to Avoid People You Don't Want to Talk To was featured in the New York Times and ABC News, giving her national attention. Young woman who is the queen of clicks. Her YouTube videos have been viewed by more than 1 billion. Jenna fame skyrocketed in the next couple of years. She joined a top talent agency, made t-shirts with her most popular phrases, and was an executive producer for a Hollywood movie. And of course, Jenna got rich making millions of dollars from YouTube now. Once a week, she makes a new video on everything from how to put on makeup when you're drunk. Amazing to a day in the life of Jenna after 10 years on YouTube. Jenna was a real celebrity. That's when one mistake from her past came back to ruin everything in June 2020. Someone noticed a video on Jenna's YouTube channel. The video showed Jenna imitating Nicki Minaj while wearing blackface. Blackface is the type of makeup that white performers use to imitate black people. Although Jenna's blackface video was from 9 years ago in 2011, it still made thousands of people. Social media blew up. Jenna was criticized for creating such distasteful content, but before she could even apologize, they found more offensive videos on her channel. There was another 2011 video where she makes derogatory comments about an Asian man, and a 2012 video where she made hurtful comments about females after receiving a barrage of negative comments on social media. Jenna decided to post an emotional apology video, and I try to make fun content, inclusive content, things that don't offend people or upset people. She said, "I just want to tell you, it was not my intention to do blackface. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that people were offended. It's shameful. It's awful." I wish it wasn't part of my past. At the end of her apology, she announced that she was quitting YouTube. I don't think I'm having a good time, and it seems like maybe some other people aren't having a good time, so for now I just can't exist on this channel. Jenna's decision wasn't about taking a break. It was about the intense backlash. It was the way cancel culture attacked. Though Jenna accepted her mistakes and deleted the offensive videos, the hate kept pouring in it. Seemed that people wanted to tear her down rather than give her a chance to change. Jenna felt her only option was to quit Jenna, leaving. YouTube was headline news. It showed just how famous she was. Her subscribers genuinely loved her and didn't want to see her. One fan tweeted, "I'm devastated. I watch Jenna Marble videos every night. I rewatch it tons of times. The fact that she may never return to her channel post content there anymore breaks my heart. I look up to this woman so much so to me, Jenna's story is disturbing because it shows how horrible cancel culture is. One of the first videos that ever blew up for me was a video called How Cancel Culture Destroyed an Entire Generation. She was canceled over something insignificant that she did 9 years ago, and she even apologized for it. Jenna abandoned her 20 million subscriber YouTube channel because the hate was too much. And I don't blame her. When you put yourself out there online, you become a target. Just because Jenna has millions of subscribers, and you doesn't the fact that you can become a target too. Right now, as we speak, your data might be floating online for everyone to see. And this can have real consequences. My mom has been a victim, and I've been hacked and doxxed, all because my information was public without me even realizing it. How it happens is that data brokers are companies that collect your information from everywhere, surveys, social media, and even forum posts. Then they sell it to other companies. This 2024 alone, the FTC received 5.7 million reports of fraud and identity theft. Obviously, it's not slowing down, so I use Delete Me to help keep my information off the internet. Once you sign up, you just tell them what information you want deleted, and their privacy experts handle the rest. It took me like 10 minutes.